Democrats are hoping for a blue wave in the midterms 2 weeks from today. The podcast Pod Save America, hosted by 4 Obama administration alums, is hitting the campaign trail with a new HBO 4-part special. Since the podcast launch in 2017, it's been downloaded more than 330 million times. 2 of the hosts, Jon Favreau and Dan Pfeiffer, join us. Jon served as President Barack Obama's head speechwriter, and Dan was the former president's communications director and then senior advisor. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So we know what the president wants to talk about in the last 2 weeks.
We do.
We do know that.
Meaning President Trump.
We've noticed.
Yes, President Trump. We know that. So to the extent that Democrats can have a message, what should it be in the last 2 months?
I think it's very simple. It is that if Republicans keep power, they will take away people's health care and cut Medicare to pay for tax cuts for billionaires. We have to say that at every single opportunity.
Are Democrats saying that at every
Yes,
opportunity?
I actually think they are. I think that when you cut through the noise that's in the news and on Twitter, you look at the ads when people are saying this up, that's what they're saying.
But isn't that kind of where we were 2 years ago, where Democrats were focused on health care and that Republicans are going to take your health care away, and Republicans were focused on immigration and the wall, and look who won?
Well, the difference is now people have seen that Republicans actually did try to take their health insurance away. And so we remember what happened in 2017, and they're basically promising, Mitch McConnell said it the other week, that if they win again, they will now have the votes, because John McCain isn't there anymore, to repeal the Affordable Care Act. And it's going to happen.
Should Democrats be worried about the president's approval rating going up?
We should be worried about everything.
Everything.
2016.
All the time.
There's nothing not to worry about.
Fair enough.
It is the #1 issue by a lot, actually. Not immigration, it's health care.
Yes.
It's shown up. People are worried about it because they see their premiums rising. They see, even though they were guaranteed some preventative care coverage, that their bills come back and they are asked to pay for things, even though they're supposed to be covered under Obamacare. It's an issue.
And Republicans know that it's an issue, which is why they're running ads lying about their position on pre-existing conditions. They're pretending that they want to protect pre-existing
You were
conditions.
specifically referring to the governor of Wisconsin? Or?
A whole bunch of them. Yes.
Governor of
Scott Walker's
Wisconsin,
doing it.
Attorney General of Missouri.
They're all pretending they're for pre-existing conditions now after saying that the Affordable Care Act was horrible and they wanted to repeal it forever.
Well, they've always been for pre-existing conditions. It's just they haven't been able to get legislation that will guarantee that they'll be protected that would replace the Affordable Care Act.
And they have no plan to do that. They've never had a plan to do that. They've been promising that since Barack Obama got in office. And that was a while ago.
And many of them are supporting a lawsuit to destroy pre-existing condition protections, which is a weird way of supporting them.
I think everybody on both sides agree that the political tone has gotten so mean and so nasty on both sides. So what are you all doing on your show to bring us all together? And I say that with my tongue planted in my cheek.
Yeah.
Because are you worried about the tone of your show adding to the divisiveness? Because I watched the first show, a lot of F-bombs, and I'm okay with an F-bomb, but there were a lot. I was thinking about your mother-in-law, Dan Pfeiffer.
Fair enough.
If the only problem with the other side was Republicans dropping F-bombs, we would live in such a different country.
Yeah.
What
But
we're
it's
trying
bigger
to do,
than that.
It's much bigger than that. I mean, it's about their lives. It's about their racial divisiveness. And like what we try to do on the pod is we're obviously liberal. We have some fun. We say what's on our mind. But we try to be factual. When we're not factual, we try to correct it. And we try to reach out to people who've never voted before or who don't usually vote. And we get that all the time. People come up to us and say, I was an independent, I wasn't involved in politics, I was a Republican, and now because you guys told me to go phone bank, knock on doors, now I'm doing that for the first time.
Vote Save America.
We are so fortunate to have this platform on HBO with our podcast. And what we use it, even though sometimes we get over exuberant in our language, is to encourage people who are concerned about what's happening in this country to take action and to tell them how to do it. And that is what we do every day. And I think encouraging people to be citizens is the opposite of contributing to polarization. It's trying to make this a better democracy.
We saw your former boss, President Obama, yesterday on the campaign trail in Las Vegas. There had been some outcry for him to be speaking out sooner than now. Should he have been speaking out sooner than he is already?
No, I think he is out there doing. He always wants to speak when he can have the most impact, and that is why he is out there campaigning. If Barack Obama had just gone out and given a speech 6 months ago or a year ago, the idea that that would somehow change the policies of this country, I think is naive. The only way to change what is happening in the Trump administration you're concerned about is to elect more Democrats to Congress, and he is out there campaigning in Wisconsin, in Virginia, in Nevada, to elect Democrats. That's the thing he can do. It's the thing all of us can do to change the direction of this country.
Do you think the party's going through a crisis, the Democratic Party, an identity crisis right now?
No.
No?
Really?
No, I think I think when a party loses and a party's out of power for a while, there's a lot of soul searching and debate about where the party goes from here. But I say if you looked across the primaries, we had a lot of contested, heated primaries, but everyone came out fine the other side. And the party is pretty united and wanting to go vote. And have a check against Donald Trump right now.
We got a lot of things to figure out, but we're united against Trump, and that's important.
Yeah.
All right, John Favreau, Dan Pfeiffer, thanks so much. Congratulations.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Nice to see you, Kyla's dad. There's a new baby at his house.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for him. Lovely wife, Hallie.
The news is complete this morning.
Yes, it is. That's important, John.